Hey, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here, and welcome today to a new player review here on the FUTWIZ channel. I thought it was about time we took a look at seemingly one of the most elite strikers on the game, Karim Benzema. The Frenchman plays for Real Madrid in La Liga and is 87 rated this year. He's got 81 pace, 82 dribbling, 84 shooting, 77 passing and 74 physical. He is a 6'2" striker with medium-low work rates. He boasts the 4-star skills and weak foot, and of course is right-footed. So a couple of the more common types of squads you're going to see this guy in would be as follows. The first, a nice La Liga 4-3-3 squad featuring players such as Pepe, Inform and Zonzi, and of course we do have a little Lionel Messi out on the right wing. He should link up quite nicely to the French striker. And then the other option, and the squad I actually used Benzema in, was this 4-2-3-1 all-French squad where Benzema plays as a lone striker. This is a very top-tier and expensive team, featuring players such as the ones-to-watch Ben Arfa, Paul Pogba, and the squad building challenger award Dimitri Payet. So taking a look at the in-game stats for the Frenchman then, it's clear to see that 87 attack positioning, 87 ball control, and 88 finishing are his standout stats. Most of these stats can be boosted somewhat if you're playing Benzema with a basic chemistry style on full chem, but I didn't really feel like some of his stats needed boosting. We needed to focus on a couple of areas. I therefore applied the Hunter chemistry style, which boosts his pace and shooting to 93 and 94 respectively. This gives Benzema a nice pace boost, which I felt was in order, and we also increased the attack positioning stat to 99, and his finishing goes up to 98. Very important stats for a striker of his stature. Now, after using Benzema for quite some time, my goal to game ratio with him is not quite as good as I hoped it would be. There are definitely a few issues with him in game that we need to talk about right now. The first being his agility and balance. They kind of make him feel like a sluggish player. I would go as far as to say he felt quite clunky on and off the ball most of the time. And of course you would face scenarios where Benzema would either go up for a header or just a one-on-one challenge with a defender and sometimes find himself on the floor, which is not ideal. The other problem, and probably the major issue I had with the Frenchman, is that he seemed to be a very inconsistent striker. I don't have many missed opportunity clips for Benzema, and that would be because the chances he does get, he often takes. But in order to score these goals, Benzema has to actually show up, and it seemed that one game he would be on point and the other he would just go missing. I think that's definitely something to bear in mind if you're thinking about purchasing this guy. However, when Benzema is on his game and firing from all cylinders, he can be one of the most clinical and potent strikers on FIFA 17. His positioning on and off the ball is quite impressive. He's one of those players that can either play as a target man with his back to goal ready to nod it on, or he can make that run and anticipate the through ball. For the most part, I was pretty impressed with Benzema's strength. He is able to outmuscle your opponent's defenders quite nicely, but like I said, there were times where in that one-on-one situation he might get pushed off the ball due to his low balance. Benzema is definitely a great option to play as a lone striker, bit of a target man in a 4-3-3 type thing. I think he thrives off of being that guy who nods the ball on to a very tricky winger with a lot of pace and then gets himself in the box ready to head the ball in. And then finally, probably the best part about Benzema when he's on his game is his finishing. He's extremely clinical. Like I said, I would either have games where I didn't really have any shots with Benzema, or I would take like 2 or 3 shots and score basically every time. He does have that incredibly high finishing stat and is able to get enough power, curve, and whippage on the ball in order to see it go into the back of the net. So yeah, overall, quite an inconsistent striker who for one moment you're probably getting frustrated with, the next you're singing his praises for scoring a wonderful hat-trick. It's a bit of an odd one really, but I did enjoy my time using Karim Benzema on FIFA 17. I'd be interested to know if any of you guys have used him and whether or not you share the same opinions as me, so make sure you leave your thoughts down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.